Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Jason here, and today I have a playthrough for you of Sylvion. Sylvion is the card-based tower defense game, the second deluxe production in the Oniverse series from Z-Man Games and Shadi Torbay, with, of course, the meeple. There he is, Roar, the Ravage. This continues in my line of Oniverse playthroughs, only I shuffle in all of the expansion content, so these decks are much fatter than they would be. I have much more access to powers than I would normally in a regular game, so I will be playing through a advanced game, as advanced as you can get, of Sylvion. So before we get to that, let me take care of some channel business. If you are watching this video, you're not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? This channel is awesome. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you check the show notes, we have a lot of links. We have links to our Patreon. Please consider a donation. You can also help us out by joining our Discord, making your voice heard. Patreon allows you to access channels in a Discord, but for the most part, most of the conversation, and it's excellent conversation, believe me. I love hanging out in that Discord. It's absolutely free. We also have a podcast, so go ahead and check us out there. One stop for all of your solo and co-op needs. We are here for you. As I have been doing with most of this series of these playthroughs in the One Stop Co-op Shop, I'm not going to go into an extended rules explanation. This is old game relative to the stuff that we're playing. It's funny that I call it old because 2016 is not old, but in gaming years, a little bit long in the tooth. Oldie but goodie, though. I definitely enjoy this one. Been playing it for as long as it's been out. So I'm not going to go through all of the rules. I just want to give you a sense of basic game flow and what you're seeing. So around the border over here are the trees. This represents your hit points. You have basically 12 hit points that represents the health of the trees. When you get damaged by the elements, and I'll show you that in just a second, it will turn over, so that's a nice desiccated, burned out tree. If you at any point take any damage when everything is desolate, then you are going to be the loser of the game. So the game is going to proceed in phases. Everything bad is going to come out of these decks. So as an example, the card over here is going to come out, and then it's going to proceed along. Hopefully you'll have enough resources to deal with it. And then there's power-up cards that will, like, so this one, for example, would speed up the charging elemental, and then there are many more power-ups that you will see as we go through the playthrough. You are going to have a hand of cards, and the hand of cards have a couple of qualities over here. So this would be a tree. You could pay the cost and put the tree anywhere you want. The tree represents health of the forest, so then you can at the end of the game kind of heal by this much. These is your bread and butter right there, the fountains will guard you. And there's also one-shots, all of the cost of the cards. So they're multi-use. You could discard cards to pay for other cards. So I'm going to have a hand of cards, charge, play card, charge, play cards. There are 20 cards each, so about 20 rounds. So this might be a little bit of a longer playthrough. And then you have this meeple, Roar. He is going to buff certain of the elementals and make them harder to kill. I'm not going to feature this special expansion in the playthrough, but I did want to show it to you in case you want to take a look for yourself, see if it's something that you want to spice your game up with. This is the below ground expansion or promo pack that does not come with the base game. Once again, these 16 cards that you see in the middle of the play area do not come with the basic pack, but you can purchase it from the Z-Man Games website if it's not out of stock. Oniverse games are famously out of stock, but you might be able to track this one down. Anyway, so very simply, if you wanted to play either a tree or a fountain, you pick the card or pick the space for it, you would uncover one of these cards and do what it says. In this case, it would be empty, so you could just play right there. Some of the cards allow you to retrieve cards. Other cards kind of swallow it, so it becomes kind of a useless play. Adds an element of randomness, maybe a little bit more liveliness to the forest area. I find that it adds a little bit more randomness and frustrating randomness than I like. Let's say I play a 4-cost fountain or a 0-cost tree. Either way, it does the same thing. So it's like, well, random. Plus, it adds a little bit of a physical element that I don't like. However, did want to show it to you just in case you were interested. That is the Sylvion Below Ground promo pack. As in any advanced game of Sylvion, we start with the draft at the beginning, mobilization. So we are just going to burn through that and see what kind of deck I can construct. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it does proceed in 4 steps. First, we deal out 4 cards. If we get a betrayal card, then we have to, let me just move these a little bit, play another one over here. So if I acquire that, I'm stuck with getting the betrayal card. That's not great. These little cancellation cards are one of my favorites, so we're going to put that in there. We're going to keep on going. Got a tree, one of the extraordinary feat cards. This is just a dead pile. That's pretty bad. All right, so now I got 4 columns over here. I don't think I'm going to miss any of these columns. These are not spectacular so far, and it takes away this one. Although I like this card. That's a shame. So, all right, so that goes away out of the game. Okay, stag. Okay. Ooh, actually, that makes it a little bit more worth it to get. Although, ooh, I like this card too. This card, I like the 3 cost, 2 strength fountains. They're pretty solid. I also like this card, but it would come with a bunch of... Actually, these cards are pretty excellent. It would get me a betrayal card, but this is a really nice little collection of cards. You know what? Let's collect the betrayal card. Why not? All right. So, very nice. All right. Well, that column just became a lot more attractive because it is 4 column. This is not the worst thing in the world. This would result in a fat deck, but or it may just get eaten by the forest, and it does not. There we go. So that goes away. Ooh, that is definitely not going to get taken right there. I skipped this because there's already 4 cards over here. And I do that. See, this is really attractive. This goes against the thin deck strategy. Why not? Let's go against the thin deck strategy. So let's go again and get a fat deck. All right. Okay, some more. Okay. And then this one is a 1. All right. These cards were kind of garbage anyway. Get out of here. This one has 2 extraordinary feats. Feats that I don't normally attracted to. Let's just take this one right over here. This is just a solid card. Doesn't come with anything else. Let's do that. Keep that. And, yep. There you go. Goodbye. Didn't want you anyway. All right. So that one is the more mana card. This is a really solid pile. I might just do that. A lot of trash there. Yep. Oh yeah. These are 2 very, very solid cards. Definitely doing that. 1, 4, 4, 2. Come on, clear some of this crap out. No, come on. I need you to clear out crap. Ooh. Hedgehog fence. I love the hedgehog fence. I'll show you what that is coming up. So, okay. Come on, 2 or 3. Get him out of here. 1. Wow. So now I know. So now as this is developing, look at that. It's getting mostly 4s and 1s. That's totally random by the shuffle. So I know that letting the 1s and the 4 build up a little bit might be to my benefit. Oh, see, I love the big 4 fountain over here, but I will take 2 betrayal cards. I already have 1. I just don't think that's worth it. Actually, you know what? I really like the movement one over here, so I'm just going to take this big guy over there. Okay. This one's probably going to be here for a while because I've already gotten a couple of 4s. That's a 3. Goodbye. Okay, that's 4. And ooh, another extraordinary one over here. This is a tree. It's a pretty powerful tree. This is useless to take. Let's take that. This is really just card fodder, and I'm kind of just taking it for the scry power. Hoping to get this thing moving out of the way. Haven't seen a single 2. Come on, 2. 3. Okay. This is really kind of gunking up my mojo over here. There we go. Take that. Yay! Get out of here. Stop gunking up my demobilization. There you go. Okay, now we can really see what's going on. This is a good card. This is the card that cancels other cards, enemy cards as it's coming. This one just cuts off a whole row of cards. Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Okay. 1, 2. All right, it gets rid of 4. Didn't want you with your betrayal. Get out of here. All right, now I got... Yep, look at that. That's never going to get taken. See, I like having a lot of these. This is just basically cutting out a round at a low cost of 1 betrayal. And wow, actually, there's 3 of them in the same row. Give me. Sure. Why not? Probably going to do a lot of cancellation in this game. Okay, going to get rid of number 2. Getting down to the nitty gritty, there's only 1 card left in the pile, so we are going to go 1, 2, sorry about that, 3. This is stags. I barely took any trees at all. There's no really point to taking stags. Sure, let's get the card gathering one. All right, and 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Get rid of pile number 3. And once I reveal the 12th card from the demobilization deck, the fire deck, then everything else gets discarded. Bye-bye. I did not get a lot of 4-cost fountains at all. I don't like that. You see, I'm looking at 2 of them right now. I think I got 1, and that's usually how I win, so I wonder how I'm going to fare in this game. All right, so now I'm ready to begin a game of Sylvion. So this is my deck over here. Ended up with a pretty thin deck. Very fountain light, power heavy. That's the cards that I didn't take. Tons of cards. See how I work with a thin deck works out. These are the 2 extraordinary feats. I can stop a reveal with this card. Very good. This card stinks. You have to have everything burned and 4 I think it's 12 elementals have to be on the field. Horrible. Impossible. Get out of here. I've never done it. I don't anticipate doing it on this stream, but you never know. You never know. All right, let's pull 8 cards from my initial hand. Did not pull the traders. I like what I have over here. Some discard fodder and good cards. Can't ask for much more than that. Okay, not a threat. Well, that's a bigger threat. Ooh, an early geyser, and that could have been much worse. Let's get these elementals moving. The geyser, it's a one-time effect. It actually is a good card for me because it destroys any fire elemental in a row. So if I load this up, it just be like. We'll see if I need that. All right, let's draw 3 cards. I do not have fountains, and I did not draw fountains. But whatever I have, let's get going right away. So I get going to use this tree to pay for this 3 mana card. Use one of the mana in front of that. So that's defended. That's good. I have 2 more mana. I'm going to draw more cards. I have to be careful. And why not? Draw more cards. Okay. Wow, I got all the card draw. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need all that card draw. This is going to be discard fodder at some point. Let's use discard fodder right now. So we're going to get 3 more mana. Let's see. I'm going to destroy this 3. Get out of here. And I have 2 mana left. Let's see. Let's scry. Do the scry dove trick. So then scry to look at the top 2, and I'll usually use the dove to destroy the whatever is worse that I'm going to put on top. Okay. I have, with my 1 mana left from that other card, I'm going to use the dove, and I'm going to destroy card destruction. And the flames. I got 2, managed to get 2 power-up flames there and card destruction. Get out of here. All right. So I know what's coming. I'm not afraid of what's coming. So I'm just going to hold on to this and just have resources for next turn. All right, well, I don't like the Ravage Pawn, but what are you going to do? Actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, because I might end up discarding this one anyway, I'm just going to use it proactively and get rid of the Ravage Pawn generating card over here. Get out of here. No more. So then this one hits. I'll discard a card randomly. Okay. Probably wasn't going to do much more card draw anyway. Here is an acid pool. This will speed up the progress of the fire. They could just hop over the acid pool. But there's no fire right here right now. And this one's going to make me discard another card. The dove. Whatever. Okay. Defended. And move. Lots more doves. Let's just lean into what I'm doing good. Yep. Lean into what I'm doing good. So then, there. Scry and destroy. Okay. So use the tree to destroy 1 set of cards. Another Ravage generating pawn. This may be a game where I don't see the Ravage at all. Get out of here, Ravage. Speed up, a flame up, and a card destroyer. I'm liking how the doves are coming out this game. So that's cool. All right. That's a 3. That was unavoidable. And I got the little weenie guy over there. I like the geyser and an acid pool. So then geyser goes there. Acid pool goes there, which is actually pretty terrible because it blocks this geyser from firing off. The fire would skip that. I don't think there's any single way to get rid of this besides like an extraordinary feat card, which I don't have. Okay. So fire is on the march. All right. There's my big old fountain over there. Oh, well. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use this card, the whale. Instead of pulling it to a fountain, I'm actually going to pull it towards the geyser. So then when the geyser fires off, or when something lands in the geyser, they take each other out. Thank you, geyser. Thank you, enemy, for helping me. We'll do the same thing I did last time. That's for free. They're going to destroy each other if I don't get a flame up. And I'm going to hold on to this. Hopefully I can get that down next turn. Okay, I wasn't going to avoid the card destruction for too much. What are you going to do? All right, so this B goes. I have some crappy cards that I can call immediately. I took a couple of crappy cards just for that very purpose. Too bad I can't call that. Oops. And these are about as worse as you can get in the game. Get out of here. So that, but because I don't have any stags, which are healing cards, and I'm culling all the tree cards. I better not take any damage. Big in that bet. Okay, these are called from the game because of that guy. There's an acid pool. Already getting acid pools. Don't love that. And then A is a discard thing. You know what? I'm just going to discard both these two cards because I want to keep holding on to this. Definitely. So if I can get one of my cards that were worth 3, I can get that down, but I did not get that. And this moves. So this one, well, I get to draw 2 cards. This one does get destroyed, but that 3 barrels on. Okay. Well, I can use this geyser to shoot up there at the beginning of my turn and take care of that. All right. Well, this one did move. So I still have to contend with that one, but I'm not as worried about that one. You know what? Let's discard these 3 cards. Not very efficient, but at least I got that on there. And, okay, I'll put it here just to get that in there. If I get a flame up, I'll be very upset. Oh, well. Okay. I have no cards in my hand. Suck it. There you go. That does nothing. Okay. Ooh. I like that outlook, okay? So I have nothing in my hand. Beautiful. Wow, that actually worked out to get that down there. So that discarded with no effect. This guy is going to rush this one to its doom. But it also rushes these 2 and then takes the extra elemental movement. Okay, not terrible. Okay, got a cancellation card, and I get to cycle through this again. Bye-bye tree. I'm going to get rid of one of the card draw cards. So let's get some culling going on here. Okay. Draw my 3 cards at the beginning of the turn. Oh, wait a minute. I had the 1 card. Sorry about that. All right. I was hoping to get the movement card, the one that kind of lets me move these around, but, can't really do much about that. So I'm still at the mercy of the 0. But at least I have a cancel card in case I get a flame up. If I get a flame up, it's definitely getting canceled. Okay. Ha ha! Look at you. Get out of here. Okay. This one's going to call cards out of my discard. Actually, order of operations, right? So then this one would call cards out of my discard, but I have no cards in my discard that can be called. I only have this one. Then it just doesn't do anything. The rules specifically say if it can't do the thing, then it's whatever. So then this one are fine. This one, now I cancel it. Order of operations, pro. Okay, that one moves. Move, move, move. Okay, I have 1 card in my hand. And I have some things going on. It's not bad. Not bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this there. Okay. Let's discard the dove and to draw 3. I really need to take care of this one this turn. Yes, got my whale. Beautiful. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play the pause card. No new reveals this turn. That gets removed from the game. And so the next round is going to be pretty fun. These don't reveal. These move. This one hops over into the forest. But look, it's strength 0. I'm not afraid of you. This one destroys this one, allowing me to draw a card. Another whale. And this one... I only have one of these. I'm protecting it at all costs. That is absolutely happening. All right. So I can finally build back up again. Get some more fountains out. I did not get the big mana card, but that's okay. I'm going to scry. I'm going to use my scry dove trick. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to discard the 2 to get the dove going. Because I think I caught some pretty good cards out there. Look at that. Get out of here, B. Get out of here. Tornado. Tornado would have hit my thing. Get out of here. Look at that. Haha. Deck preservation in your face. Fire. Get out of here. Woo! Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So that's what I got. I'm going to wait till next turn. I'll do top to bottom. Got the last acid bath. Got a geyser. Not bad at all. I am very happy with this. So then the acid pools are nice and spread out. Got a geyser for my defense. This one will flame up because of this. Who cares? Because right now it's headed towards that and it won't flame up more. Woohoo! Nice. That delay of turn was really, really key to get my game back going. All right, so let's get some more resources. Draw 3 more cards. Yep, that was inevitable. I could get rid of this from the game. I like my cards though, so just gonna discard. It hasn't been causing me too much trouble. So I'm gonna continue to go with a Fountain Light game, and yep, Fountain Light game. Going to use that to fire up for a 3. Do the same thing. Scry and cull. All right, so I have 2 left. I'm going to call the top. That one would have injured me. Don't want that. Get rid of a flame and get rid of 2 flame ups. Get out of here. Sweet. That would have turned and done that. I don't like that. All right. 0, 0. I like that because it'll rush the zeros that way. And this one, I have 3 cards in hand. This tells me that I have to put 1 on top of the deck. I'm going to get it back. Okay. This one makes this move forward too. Mighty Warrior, that one. Okay. Draw 3. All right. I like to pair the doves with a scry card. How many cards do I have left? I have 8 cards left in the flames. Still have plenty of doves, so I have a feeling I'm going to be ending the game on a massive dove rush. I do not have scry, but I do have cancellation, so I'm not worried about these things firing off. Let's just open up another one. Wow, all the zeros are coming out to play. Woohoo! All right. So before I take care of anything, I am going to use this card to cancel that. Screw you, Ravage Pawn. Get out of here. Sweet. Now I discard a random card because of the A. Ah, boo. They were all good anyway. And then they move forward. this one kills the geyser. Waste of a good geyser, but what are you going to do? Okay. Got 2 coming. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right. Call another random card. Let's call a random card. Let's see what I get. Hopefully a card draw 1. No! Although I'm getting to the point where I'm so low in cards, might not need that. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's use the fountain. To power this thing. The 3 mana. 1 is going to be card draw. Gonna get rid of that. 2, 3. Let's go. I ain't got all day over here. Just calling them. Okay. That would have done damage to me. I like the call there. Okay. Not terrible. Get rid of those. And yeah, okay, sure, why not? I mean, everything's bad, but I did. That was a lot of fun getting that call in. I have another cancellation card. Man, I'm really like going power heavy here. Barely any fountains. I like that. I like that there's different ways to win Sylvion. So let us keep going. I'm nigh at the end. All right. So this rockfall would destroy this fountain. I do not want that. That's getting canceled. Okay. So now a bunch of movement happens. This one hops over there, but it's a 0. Does no damage at all. I got a lot going on. And the Ravage Pawn actually made it onto the field. Congratulations, Ravage Pawn. Okay. Let's do that. That will actually kill the Ravage Pawn and leave it open to things that I do later. I am going to use the Whale on the 3. Okay. And there are 4 cards left. I have a lot of elementals out there. I really don't like that. The elementals are kind of outstripping my ability to play with no fountains whatsoever. Probably should have kept a couple of those out, shouldn't I? But whatever. Let's let it ride. Okay. Some discards for me. The Elemental Rush. Ooh. Ooh, no! Geyser and discard fodder. Okay, so this one goes first. Okay. I'm going to discard a random one. Yeah. What are you going to do? This guy goes, yoop. Yoop. This guy is going to hit. Oh, well. Geyser goes here. Basically useless because of the fountains over there. And this one's going to remove a card from my discard randomly. A dove. That's okay. This one had moved. Got rid of the Ravage. But I draw a card. A fountain I probably should have played before. This might be my salvation to play this because it's going to heal whatever damage that I take right now. So that's cool. All right, so more movement. The 0 moves over. Here's the 2. The 2 moves. And I get some damage to the forest. And this guy moves too. Hopefully I get a whale. I got no such thing. I am going to use this tree to draw some more cards. Get a whale. Come on, whale. Come on, whale. Whale. Get over here. 3 cards. Only 2 doves. I should have a 3rd dove somewhere. Let's do that. Oh, wait. I need that tree. Let's use the scry to use that. 1, 2. Gotta get rid of a random one and then draw my 3rd card. Do not need that anymore. 3. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, man. I really wanted to draw the 3rd dove. Whatever. Okay, so I will use a fountain to cast 3, and then that's going to be this one, which is 5 now, which is 2, 3, 4. Get rid of 2 more of these cards. That would have been cool had I ended the game on just dove destruction, but I couldn't do it. And at least I kept this card, so that's cool. All right, 1. Hopefully that doesn't cost me. Oh wait, that might cost me because it's gonna. Oh no, it's gonna get that one. No. Some flame. All right, well, this one takes up the tree. Oh wait, I can cancel it. Whew. There we go. Then movement. This one moves over here, and there you go. All right, so I have 3 cards left, and I need these 3 cards to be able to deal with whatever that is. It cannot. Because what's going to happen at the end of the game is these are going to do a final rush, and the final rush, like basically this is the last turn of the game. And then the final rush, I need to be able to withstand that rush and have enough trees to heal the forest. So if I could only take care of this 3, that would do it. But I can't. So I'll just do that. And I did not get a whale to take care of that. This is in the wrong place. Wah, 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 wah. Just to finish it off officially. So this is not, well, yeah, they're nothing. So I can't, I can use that to play that there or just like barrel through. So what the final rush is just going to, it just goes. So whatever. So this one is going to do that. I draw a card, whatever. This one's going to just disappear. This one is going to barrel through this, go here, and damage 3 of these. This heals 3 of these, so that cancels. Still got 2 damage. I have lost a game of Sylvion. I can't believe it. I barely lose this game. In a way, I'm glad, though, because it's like, all right, well, you have to play more fountains. Apparently, I did not play enough fountains. Not nearly enough. I tried something a little bit different. Usually, I go with a heavy fountain deck, and I win a lot with that. So I tried the dove thing of cutting a lot of cards, and I thought that was pretty effective, but I didn't get that last call, that 3rd dove. Where are you, dove? Get out of here. So now the doves are gone. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Sylvion. Please check us out. If you have not by now, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff for all the social medias and the YouTubes and all that, everything. How to do with the one-stop co-op shop. Thank you so much for playing along with me, for watching this one and the rest of the Oniverse episodes. So this is Jason reminding you that we will see you at the next stop.